Motivation. I need some motivation. I gotta go find some motivation. Let's get outside and find some motivation. Motivation. That is kind of the theme for today, is motivation. So today is the last week we begin the last week in April. Today's a Monday. Excuse me, a little squirrel moment. These are those oatmeal pancakes. You can see the 2 large bites from my large mouth. These are those oatmeal pancakes I was telling you that I make. Homemade oatmeal banana pancakes where I grind my own oats. Excuse the noise in the back. Neighbors' kids are out there playing. So, kind of loudly actually, but I was told that's what kids do. So, those are oatmeal pancakes. Delicious. That's my last one. I've got to make more. I'm running a little low on oatmeal. This social distancing thing is kind of cutting into a couple of the groceries, but it'll be okay. Anyway, motivation. I woke up this morning, and I'm going to be 100% honest with you. Motivation was the last thing I had. I just started reflecting. I woke up. We're 6 weeks. We are 6 weeks into this thing. Today marks the 6 week, kind of like the end. We've had 6 weeks total, so we're going, I guess, into 7 weeks of this. So we had 2 weeks of review time, and then we're 4 weeks into this last grading period of social distancing. It's sort of surreal. Sometimes it seems like it was just a week ago that we sort of shut things down and kind of then said, go home, we're going to do some e-learning for a couple of weeks or so, and then we'll see what happens. We were told, could be the middle of April, could be May, we don't know what. We now know officially that we're not going back this school year. But it's been 6 weeks, and this new norm, I've kind of gotten into it, but like many of you, I'm human. No teachers. We're supposed to be, have the answers to everything. I don't have the answers to everything. Sometimes, I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm barely keeping ahead of you in some cases, and that's pretty much where most of us are. Those are my wind chimes that we've got. We've got a bunch of wind chimes. So my partner, she's got all kind of neat stuff. We got bird houses and wind chimes. Anyway, squirrel moment. But I just thought you could hear that. I just had to get outside. Part of that is my motivation. I had none. When I say none this morning, I mean less than zero. Like right now, the price of oil worldwide is like negative $37 a barrel. If you don't know what that means is we're in a serious political, economic crisis. I'm not going to get into politics, but and some of you don't even need to know what the price of oil is per gallon to know that we're in a bad economic way. And so, money is tight. It's hard to find motivation to log into Thibodeau stuff and try to figure out how to get his chemistry stuff done or whatever the case may be. But I was the same way. I woke up this morning, I was completely unmotivated. All I wanted to do was sit in bed, read, stare at the ceiling, eventually come down and get a cup of coffee. This is cup number 3, by the way, for today. So, what got me motivated was, one, I had to, because it's my job. I get paid to come downstairs and make videos for learning. This is kind of just a little something extra that I'm having fun with. It just makes me feel connected with you. I'm just sort of winging it. I mean, when I first did these things, you'll notice that you'll look over some of the earlier videos, and there I was just sort of reading off notes. Now, I just come up with an idea in my head, and I'm just going with it. I'm just pretending like I'm talking with you, like you're here at my table in my backyard, on my patio, just drinking a cup of coffee with me. I kind of missed that personal interaction. And I guess that's where a lot of my motivation was lost is, it's just, there's only so many times you can harp on the same thing over and over and over again. So what did I do? I got up and I did this. Get out and go for a walk. It's a beautiful day. Went for a walk. Just got back from a walk. Now that's how you do it right there. Got some sun, got going. Get out there. Get motivated. Walked around the neighborhood a few times. Beautiful day, nice cool weather. lots of sun's out. Did that, got myself a game plan. And then while I was walking, I just listened to some news. That's what I do every day. I listen to a bunch of news stuff, and a lot of times it upsets me, and then I have to turn it off because it's easy to sort of fall down that rabbit hole of sort of social, oh my gosh, things are falling apart. But then what picked me up a little bit was I started looking at some stuff that I was doing, So I have to put in the grades for this upcoming week from last week, right? And this is some motivation. I did some counting. Magic number is 74. 74% of those of you who are enrolled in my classes are actually logging in and doing what you're supposed to do and turning in your stuff. And I raise my cup to you and toast you. Thank you. I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. And I have a heart. I really, really do. It was 74%. And that's 6 weeks into this, and 74% of you are still doing what you're supposed to do. I would like it to be 100%, and I realize out of that remaining, quarter, out of those 3/4 that are doing it, out of those quarter, about half of them probably could be, half or more could be doing more, could be doing something. I know there's a portion of you that are doing what you're supposed to do that are under some really difficult circumstances, and I really, really appreciate you, especially because nothing says character like just finding that motivation, finding something deep down inside, and pushing yourself to go forward. It might be just one day at a time. You don't know what the future looks like. It's bleak for some of you. Some of you go, well, I can't even imagine a better future because that's just a pipe dream that's way down the road. And right now, it's just the day-to-day struggles of how in the world am I going to survive today? How am I going to not stress out about this? How am I going to not fight with this person about that? Hey, Macy. Saying hello to Macy. She comes and she keeps me company all the time. It's the treats. She likes treats. I'd share my oatmeal pancake with her, but she's weird. She'll just lick it for a second and look up at me and walk away from it. So I don't bother wasting a pancake on her anymore. Good girl. So those of you who are doing what you're supposed to do, thank you. I appreciate that. Those of you who aren't, as a teacher, we're supposed to harp. We're supposed to remind you. Make sure you're doing this. Make sure you're doing that. This video, I'm not going to harp on you that aren't doing what you're supposed to do. I'm just going to praise those of you who are doing what you're supposed to do. You make the world a better place. You make it possible for me to get motivated on a day where I'm not motivated to do anything whatsoever. So thank you. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep being great. Keep pushing yourself forward. Find something to do. Change up what you're doing.
Change up your location. Have a smoothie.
Change where you're sitting. Change your location. Again. And bring your smoothie with you. Change who you're talking to.
Macy, you like chicken? There you go. I knew that was a yes. That's a silent yes.
Change how you're talking to them. I'll probably share some of that with you, kind of some strategies that I come up with that helps me. Because I'm going to be honest with you, I'm human just like everybody else. Teachers were supposed to be these super-powered people that somehow or another we can kind of push all of our personal problems off to the side, and our only lot in life is to basically write lesson plans, come up with these really fun things, entertain you, put grades in the grade book, and that's really all we do. But there's so much more. We have lives just like you. We get hungry, we get stressed out, we get depressed, we get happy, we laugh, we get sad.
Try not to be sad when your smoothie's all gone. Tomorrow, there'll be another one.
We want things just like you do. It's this social distancing it's wearing thin on all of us to different degrees. But what you've got to do is find some motivation and not fall down that rabbit hole of sort of that endless cycle of feeling like, okay, I'm stuck. I have no control over this. Find out what you have control in. Grab hold of that. Get motivated. Let's move on. We've got about another 4 or 5 weeks of this stuff right here before the end of this school year. The summer will get here. We'll worry about next school year when next school year gets here. Focus on the here and now. Stay motivated. Drink some coffee. I'll talk to you soon. I miss all of you.